very high. Even before we came here, we take her to Nando's. She feels in a good. No need to shop, no need to buy anything. Find out what motivates them. That's how you try to help in your own ways. And we try to work on, I do child-centered education, so we are now looking at Visha-centered. Why not look at the needs? She's having 100 thoughts, negative thoughts pounding on her head. What we do, we neglect to feel that she has to go through so much. Why not we work around her, give her the boundaries, give her the limitations, but look at her condition, situation as well. Sometimes you think, why should we do that? But the relapses, the trauma that a person goes through is amazing. So that's like saying you want to visit her. Don't surprise her and say, here I am, and she's like, wow, why you are here? Big shock for her, and then she thinks about it. Or you promise to come, and you don't turn up. The voices will say, there, I told you so. They are abandoning you, they don't love you, that's why they do that to you. All the time, this kind of questions. So why create all this? Cater, help them. We are normal people. And you said, oh, she looks so normal, what's wrong with her? Why spend so much time with her? And some said, I also hear voices, I also am hearing voices, and what is the other thing? They said, I'm also depressed. It's easy to be depressed, and why does she need treatment? But do you hear 100 negative voices pounding on your ears all the time, telling you you're stupid, you're ugly, nobody loves you, nobody cares for you? This is what they feel. And the other thing is, I feel very proud as well, is she comes to my workshop all the time, and here my workshops are motivating. She's been sleeping for the last 2 years because of heavy dosage of medication. For the last year, she decided to participate. This year, she has come to tell me that she wants to be one of the speakers in my talk. And I think that is really something to achieve. Nobody can ask for more. And you should see her just now speaking, right? The first time, if any one of you have followed her, she'll always hide behind her paper. And everybody says, why are you looking at the paper? And they think I wrote the speech, so she's reading. Her speeches are written all by her, but she doesn't want eye contact, because every one of you are looking at her. So the last JPA invited her to give a motivation talk. She had the paper, but did not read. Today, she did it without the paper. I think that even normal people can't do that. Coming out here to speak, it's not easy, and for her to do that, I think it's very amazing. My hats off to this girl. And what is amazing about Visha is, like, she wanted to write the book. She wrote 13 hours non-stop writing the book. But we encouraged her, of course, to take rest on it. Once the book was written, she just went into the internet to get the publisher. Because others didn't want to publish a book, but she didn't give up. She found a Jomac somewhere from Netherlands, and they published it as it is. She didn't give up. And she just wrote to NAMI, North American Mental Health Association. She wrote to the SAN in England. She wrote to Metro Harian. She wanted to be featured in the newspaper. So she wrote to every paper. It doesn't matter whether it was in Bahasa Malaysia. She got it published, and she got featured as well. That was her dream. So she goes all out to get what she wants to do. That determination and will is amazing for a schizophrenia, don't you think so? Yes. Yeah. We have to help her, like making friends, social skills is a big problem for her. And her help her has been with us for the last 2 years. Took her 1 whole year to accept her, because she does not want someone to baby her. She wants to be independent. But at the same time, you need also to help her. But where do you find the line? So to understand her was very challenging. And now Visha understands her, and she understands her much better. But took her 1 year. To become her friend is not easy, because they have a lot of barriers. But you must not give up as well. So Visha, I mean, is new to Malaysia, coming back after 3 years, has formed this group called Voices of the World. Any one of you want to be friends of Visha, willing to talk about your problems, she has motivated a lot of people, please join Voices of the World. And she has also got a nice badge for you all to take back to remember her. And that's one form of having social skills. And that is something I think she has done very well. And I like to thank the family for the support. Like her sister Skypes every week. That helps as well. And her brother and fiance is very, very good of them. Every week or they chat, they motivate her, and he's all the way to come to Bangkok to support her grade. And the father for supporting the medical expenses. You know how expensive it is, and to get all that treatment done is not cheap. And I hope and wish the medical system can do something about this. Visha is getting better because of the medication. Hopefully next year the medication goes down, we'll have less cost on medication to do that. Because with that support we can't do that as well. So you need all-rounded help. So social skills, I feel, is the main thing. Hygiene, well-kept milk and social skills is the most important thing for people with schizophrenia. With that, I'd like to end, and Michelle asked me one question from the day she was ill until today. Because some of her friends and some of her relatives just think that Visha's got depression and didn't bother to contact. First year, we did go around visiting. I took her to the malls, I took her to do social skills, but not understanding that all those people become her images. She can't watch a movie, she can't watch TV, because all those people get into the image. It's so challenging for her. So she'll ask me one question: if I had cancer, will they come? Because I have mental illness, my friends or relatives don't want to see me. So think about that, because you have high chemical imbalance, you have mental illness, you have high sugar, you have diabetes, you have high cholesterol, you have heart problem. So they are all the same like us. So with that, I'd like to thank Visha for being in this journey, and I'd like to say that it's a challenge for Visha to wake up every morning to brush her teeth, to get herself clean. It's a challenge for Visha even to make a friend. It's a challenge for Visha to come here today to give you a speech. It took her a lot out of her. And schizophrenic people are excellent dramatists. They like to look very good, good impression. Everybody says they look very good because they don't want you to judge them. Judgment is very, very high on their part. So when you go back home, then you have this 4-hour dialogue with them to tell that, was it true? Did that person ask me this? Why? The voices want to be everything negative. So your challenge as a carer is to make it everything positive. You are like fighting with somebody who's creating everything negative. So it's a challenging journey, but it's a blessed journey that I'm with Visha and she's giving me this opportunity. If not, I would be here sharing this with you, right? And to share with more people. Thank you so much for giving me this.